You can hear me now. So that whole intro you didn't hear. You didn't hear that whole intro. That's brilliant. But anyway, I'm going to start again. Welcome everyone. Thank you very much for joining the Everton versus Manchester United Carabao Cup quarter-final preview. My name is Kieran, of course, from Red Devil Weekly. Before we get into anything, I do want to point you towards a link in the description down below. I was very lucky to be invited on the Now This Is Everton channel, Rose's channel, to do a preview from the opposition point of view. I had a great chat with her going into this game, so make sure you check out the preview in the link down below. Essential pre-match viewing. If you haven't already, make sure you check it out, and also leave her a sub while you're there, and put your predictions in the comment section of that video and of this video if you're watching as a video. If you're watching live, let me know all your thoughts as usual in the live chat. Usually I don't go live this early, but some things changed. So I had to kind of, go live now rather than later. But it's fine, I still get to talk to you guys no matter what, so it doesn't matter at all. Welcome Adam, welcome Kobe, thanks for joining, thanks for letting me know there was no audio at the start, mate, appreciate it. And welcome Owen, thanks for joining as well. So yeah, make sure you do check that link out in the description down below as well. And yeah, let's get straight into the preview. Now, this isn't going to be an easy game. This is not going to be an easy game. I think we are going to play a little bit of a weakened team, but still, this isn't going to be an easy game for us, even if we play our strongest team, because Everton are in a very good run of form, and their season is very similar to ours this season in that they've had periods where they've been absolutely fantastic. For example, the start to their season was brilliant from an Everton point of view. And then they kind of lulled a little bit, and I think that was when we beat them, when Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was having that kind of, period of poor form. We ended up getting the result at Goodison Park, and I think that kind of set the tone for the form that we are in right now, especially away from home. We still haven't lost a game away from home, and we've still won every game we played away from home as well. So, for me, this isn't going to be an easy game because they would have learnt their lessons from their last visit, from our last visit to their home, and I think their form they're in right now, they're going to be confident. They're going to be confident that they can, potentially upset the odds. Obviously, we sit in third place in the Premier League, they sit in fourth place, but I think we're actually level on points. If I'm not mistaken, we might be 1 point ahead, but I think we might be level on points. You have to check that one for me, but I think, for them, especially with Carlo Ancelotti as manager, 1 year as manager of Everton as well, as I learned yesterday, the fact they have him as manager, he's a serial winner. He wins wherever he goes. So that is something we've got to look out for. He will have a plan for us. He will, want to win a trophy, because if he can win a trophy with Everton, that would be a huge achievement. I can't remember the last time they won a trophy. Obviously, the last time they were in a semi-final, they played us, and they lost that game 2-1 to a last-minute Anthony Martial goal. So their memories of playing us in these sort of high-profile games isn't great. I'm not going to lie, for Everton fans, and hopefully that's a good omen for us going forward. But these sort of games, when they're one-off knockout games, is all about who turns up on the day. And we are prone to sometimes being inconsistent, or all the time being inconsistent, and playing really well like we did against Leeds and being really clinical, and then the next game, not being able to score even if we played 2 sets of 90 minutes. So, hopefully the team that played against Leeds United and the clinical nature of the team that played against Leeds United will be turning up at Goodison Park tomorrow evening, and hopefully we'll have a win to go into Christmas. And especially with the way we've been playing in the league, it would be a shame to leave and go out to the Christmas break on a bit of a sour note, because we've been doing so well over this Christmas period. I think to kind of go out of the Carabao Cup, a cup which we could realistically win this season. I mean, we do seem like the kind of team which is suited to cup football, because even though we're not the most consistent side, we can turn up against these big teams. And that's the sort of form you need if you are going to win a cup competition, because it is just straight knockout. So I think that's why we've got a good chance of winning this competition, but I think everyone that's left in it has a very good chance of winning it as well. Welcome Dazza, thanks for joining. Good morning to you, sir. Welcome Naveen, thanks for joining as well. 11 PM. Well, I appreciate the commitment, mate. I always appreciate the commitment of anyone living outside the UK, or anyone indeed watching the stream. So thank you so much. Really do appreciate that. But yeah, as I said, make sure you do check out the preview I did on Rose's channel. Now this is Everton. Make sure you do check it out if you haven't already. That's what Adam is referring to there. It's link in the description down below. Really highly recommend it. She's a lovely girl, and really enjoyed the chat. Really did enjoy the chat. So thank you very much for having me. Priyesh, thanks for joining as well. Priyesh, appreciate it. He says, yes, we need this trophy. 100% Priyesh, we need this trophy. Ole needs a trophy. He needs a trophy. He's got a lot of naysayers already. Even when we're doing well, he's still got a lot of people on his back saying he's not good enough. And I think time will tell, because we know that we are still inconsistent. And as a Man United fan, I don't want to get drawn into any sort of title talk, but the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup are two trophies which we could definitely go with. We could definitely go and go all the way in these competitions, because we have the personnel and we have the depth, and that's what a lot of teams don't have. I think we actually have one of the best squads in the Premier League. You know, we have one of the deepest squads in the league this season, and we can rotate and we can continue playing these quality players even when even when we're playing, you know, Saturday and then we're playing on Tuesday. You know, when we're playing these sort of fixture lists, these condensed fixture lists, we can still rotate and we can still have put out a good lineup. So hopefully we can win these cups, and I think we can make a good go of it. But we need to make sure we show up. That's all we have to do. Kobe says, did you hear about United being interested in signing Ozan Kabak from Schalke? If you don't know him, ask Dazza. He'll know better than I do. I'm sure Dazza will know. I don't know about him, to be honest, and I haven't really seen the rumours. But yeah, let me know. Let me know what I'm missing out on that player, because I haven't really seen the rumours. I have seen the rumours for Moses Caicedo. He seems like a lot to deal with. I think he's about 19 years old, something like that. Still very young. But again, I can't say I've really watched him. I don't watch too much other football apart from the Premier League. I am one of those fans. Owen says, would love to see Ole lift the trophy for Simon Jordan? Yeah, Simon Jordan obviously saying today or yesterday that, you know, United won't win anything. I guarantee that Manchester United won't win anything with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in charge. And it's a big chance to prove him wrong, and hopefully Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has seen that, and the players have seen that, and they can use that to their advantage. We could use that as mad motivation going into these cup competitions. We really, really could. Yeah, so apparently it's nothing special. There you go. Naveen says we shouldn't take these cups lightly. 100%. You know, in the league, realistically this season, I know we're all talking about a title charge, and it's great that we're getting all excited about it. But realistically, you know, Liverpool are a better team than us. I think even still, Liverpool are a better team than us. I think Spurs are probably a more consistent team than us, even though they did lose at the weekend to Leicester. But I feel that, you know, we have a great opportunity to win a silverware, and Manchester United is built around winning silverware. Don't get it twisted. You know, even though we've had a lull of 3 seasons where we haven't won silverware, Sir Alex Ferguson is built on winning titles, winning trophies. That is what Man United is built on, success, and not just success, but continual success. And that is something we haven't seen in the ages. So, you know, if we do start to win these sort of trophies, yes, people will call them Mickey Mouse trophies and things like that. But for us, as fans who haven't seen a trophy in the last 3 years, it'll be massive for us. It's massive to win these sort of trophies. And just to have that sort of feel-good factor back at Old Trafford as well is essential. Kobe says, we must rest players tomorrow since Leicester have 7 days off. We can, and we can, Kobe. We can rest players. Bruno Fernandes, I doubt he will start that game. The game tomorrow. Probably you see Donny van der Beek and Paul Pogba coming in. Ole has already confirmed that Scott McTominay won't be playing. I know how sad you guys are about that. I was devastated when I heard that he wouldn't be starting the game. But, you know, we know that Bruno Fernandes and Scott McTominay are probably going to be rested. And we probably will see some change in defence as well. So there's no doubt that we will be making changes. I still think we're going to put out a strong enough 11 to, you know, get the job done. But for me, you know, we can make these changes and still put out a really strong team. That's what was great about the business we did in the summer. We were able to make the changes and then still, you know, put out a team with the likes of Van der Beek, Paul Pogba, Edinson, Cavani. And these guys are, you know, seasoned European stalwarts. These guys have been there and done it in the top leagues and in the Champions League. So the fact that we can put these out as our second-rate players is just shows how good our depth is. As Naveen points out here, Naveen points out perfectly. Look at our squad depth compared to last season, from Pereira, Ighalo to Pogba and Van der Beek and Cavani on the bench. Exactly. Certainly, we are in the right direction. Just need consistent results. I think it's, you make a good point. We are going in the right direction right now, especially away from home. I think defending is definitely a place which we need to work on. And speaking to Rose yesterday, as an Everton fan, and most Everton fans will probably agree that they're feeling like our defence is something they can really get, and that's something that's giving them confidence because, let's face it is inconsistent. We can play like we did against Man City, where yes, we didn't score any goals, but we were very solid defensively. And then there are other times where, yesterday or on Sunday against Leeds, we could have conceded more than we did. David De Gea came to the rescue with a few cracking saves. But we do leave ourselves open at the back sometimes, and especially when you've got an attack like Everton do on the form that they're in. There's no doubt they're going to cause us a lot of problems. There's no doubt whatsoever. Dazza thinks Ole's going to go for it tomorrow. I hope he does, because I want to go for it. I want to win this competition, man. I want to win it. Obviously, the first game of the quarterfinals is in. Arsenal and Man City are playing today. I want to win it, guys. I really, really do. I want to win this competition. A lot of people are saying that we should just kind of sack off this competition, play the kids and focus on the league. But I want to win trophies. And do I think we've got a better chance of winning the Carabao Cup than the Premier League? Absolutely. Absolutely. I think right now, it would be stupid to say we're going to win the league and we're going to win it comfortably, because that's not the case. And I feel like in this point of the season, with only kind of 3 or 4 games left to the Carabao Cup final, realistically, I don't see why we shouldn't go for it. It's not as if we're in April or May and we're going in a title charge. We're only in December. So why we can't go for it. And the final's obviously in February, so we'll have so much time for a title charge. If we prove ourselves to be good enough for a title charge, then we can still be in the challenge in the Carabao Cup as well. So honestly, I'd go for the Carabao Cup. I don't agree with people saying we should kind of sack it off and not go for it. We should go for it. Raymond, thanks for joining. Raymond says, hi Kieran, we should do our best in any competition. Hope Ole doesn't rest key players for the weekend. I think he will rest some players, Raymond. I think he will rest a few players. But I do agree with what you're saying. We shouldn't just be putting out a full kind of second string kids 11, if you know what I mean. We should be looking to take it to Everton, because they'll be looking to take it to us. So why not take it to them? And I think Everton will beat us if we don't have quality on the pitch. They're not a kind of Luton Town where we can just play, the crap, under 23s and blow them away. They're a good side. They're 4th in the Premier League for a reason. They're level on points with us, and they're in very, very good form right now. So there's no way we can underestimate them. Naveen says, does the Carabao Cup have 2 legs? The semi-final does have 2 legs, Naveen. But only the semi-final. So the quarterfinals and the finals, the 2 games kind of sandwiched between, or kind of the 2 bits of bread, if you like, of the Carabao sandwich. That's disgusting. Imagine having a Carabao sandwich. But the 2 bits of bread, let's say, sandwiched between the semi-finals are 1 game. But the semi-finals are a 2-legged affair. If you remember, we played Man City in a 2-legged affair. The first game at Old Trafford, we lost 3-1. The second one, we actually won 1-0, but obviously it was too late. The damage was done at Old Trafford at that point. And we have a good chance of potentially getting Man City once again in the Carabao Cup semi-final. And actually, at this point, I would be much happier getting Man City than I would have been last season, especially on the form they're in, because even though they're 3 points behind us, they're still on good form. But this season, they're just not playing the same way as they were last. Apparently, it's in April, actually. I thought it was in February this year, but who knows. Naveen says, I want us to go to the semis and I want Spurs to be our opponents and knock the special one out of the EFL Cup. Perfect revenge. That would be lovely, Naveen. That would be beautiful. Kobe says, I'd play Hendo, Telles, Maguire, Bailly, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Pogba, Lingard, Van der Beek, Greenwood, Cavani and Dan James. Yeah, I think that's a strong enough lineup. You look at Bailly in there as well. I do want to see Eric Bailly, because I feel like he is a quality defender that just so hampered by injury, and it's so disappointing to kind of see that he's not being able to have a consistent run of games. But Bailly is a quality defender, and we've seen that the partnership between him and Harry Maguire is so much more solid between Harry Maguire and Victor Lindelof. It's so more consistent. When Bai came back, I'm not sure if you guys remember, but we had 5 clean sheets in a row. When was the last time we had 5 clean sheets in a row? Or even 2 clean sheets in a row. Let's not even get carried away. So I think Bai coming back in would be a huge plus for us. You look at Lingard as well. And there I see Lingard in your 11. Lingard, I think, will be moving in January. Apparently, he's been unfortunate, according to Ole, not to get in any of the squads because of COVID. So that's frustrating for him. So if he is recovered in that, then maybe this is the time. Maybe this is the time to get him in the squad. Yeah, keep getting your comments in. Naveen says, I want Spurs in semis. I want to knock the special one out. Love that. Saido deal is a done deal, apparently. Who knows? I mean, if Tom ever does join us, then we can obviously, sure. But if it is a done deal, then that's a bit exciting. That is a bit of exciting news in the run-up to Christmas. But I'll have to, again, I don't know much about him. I can't say whether he's going to be a great player for us or not. So we'll see. And Kobe says, can't wait for CTV and chill. Hashtag AFTV and chill. I think Arsenal will lose, but I think it's come to the point where I'm annoyed if they get beat. I mean, realistically, how can they expect to beat Man City? How can they realistically expect to be beating City, especially with the form they're in? So I wouldn't be surprised if they lost, and I think Arsenal fans as well wouldn't be surprised this game either. Naveen says Sanchez is back into his form, but we don't need him as we already have enough player, and he isn't a DM, by the way. Yeah, we do need a defensive midfielder. There's no doubt about that. We do need a defensive midfielder. So I think we will bring one in. I think obviously you need that Matic replacement. But I think at first we will be looking at centre-back, someone like Upamecano. By the way, I do apologise for his kind of freezing and stuff like that. I can't really do much about that, unfortunately. So I do apologise if it is freezing. Maybe I should go back to videos. Maybe I should go back to doing videos, because right now I've noticed in my past few videos it has been freezing a little bit. So I might have to do kind of some more pre-recorded stuff if it is going to kind of keep freezing like it is. So yeah, I think we will probably go for a centre-back rather than a defensive midfielder. Looking at that defensive midfielder replacement, because Matic is doing a decent job, but realistically we can't just keep. He's what, 31, 32. He's going out the door. He will be going out the door eventually. So we need to think about that. We need to think about that. Owen says, what happened to Foster? No, so that's Naveen. Second, Owen says, dropping the Carabao Cup on Pep's head. That would be great. That would be. Man City in the final, to beat Man City in the final, to win the competition. I mean, I don't know Wickham Wanderers in the final. I don't really care, as long as as long as we win the game. As long as if we were to win the final, that'd be fantastic. Sean, thanks for joining Worldwide Red Show. Thanks for joining. Appreciate it, man. Always good to see you. Make sure to check out the Worldwide Red. Great stuff on there. Adam says, mate, I was watching a film. What the hell's that? Yeah, so let's see. Rich, thanks for joining. Rich, appreciate it, mate. Appreciate it. As always. Yeah. As I said, it is the connection's a bit dodgy. I'm not gonna lie. The connection's a bit dodgy. I don't know what he's doing with it. He might be downloading the Bible. Who knows? But I don't know what's going on. But no, it's in the end of the day, everyone's got their right to use the internet. Raymond, thanks for Raymond's already joined us, so he said rested. I think he will be rested. I think the fact that we have brought in Van, realistically, we don't need to be playing Bruno Fernandes in every Carabao Cup. We can rest him. So realistically, I think he will be rested. And I don't know, should he be rested is a different question, but I think he will be rested, and there's no reason why not. Rich does think Bruno should be rested. He says rest Bruno and rest Rashford. Yeah, both those players, and Martial as well, play kind of 2 games in the matter of 3 or 4 days, so there's no reason for continuing to play them, really. There is no reason to do that.
Play Van der Beek.
Yeah, that's a shout. I mean, I'm not sure if you heard that, but yeah, Owen's saying play Van der Beek. I don't know. I think if Van der Beek does not play this game, you have to ask serious questions of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, really. Not in the way of like, oh, should he be manager or anything, but you've got to ask questions about that decision. If Van der Beek does not start this game, what game is he going to start? Realistically, what game? If he doesn't start this one, I don't know what to tell you. I would need some Jesus or Bible download would be good for him. Yeah. I tell you what, maybe a bit of a late Christmas present. I've already bought him. I'm not going to say what I bought him just in case he watches this back. But maybe that's a late Christmas present idea. That'd be great. Adam says rest Rashford, rest Bruno, rest Wan-Bissaka. Well, actually, because I have done my research and I watched the press conference, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has said that Wan-Bissaka won't be playing in this game. So that is confirmed. That is, Wan-Bissaka won't be playing in this game. So there's your answer, Adam. Wan-Bissaka won't be playing. And obviously we do have Brandon Williams, I guess, who could fill that role well. So again, we have the depth, and that's what I like about the squad we have right now is we have that depth. We have that depth to be able to play in these competitions. Be safe. Herd virus spreading faster in the UK. Yeah, no, listen, obviously, you know, you've got all the slogans and that. I'm wearing the mask, don't worry about that. If the government are watching all those masks, don't worry. I know you see me through that webcam. I know you're watching me through that webcam. But no, yeah, I know. So obviously, I haven't been affected. Luckily, I'm not in the vulnerable age group, so I'm very lucky. One's been affected by it. My thoughts go out to you and your family, and hopefully you get better. Obviously, but it's been a tough times, Naveen, I'm not going to lie, but yeah, hopefully you guys are safe and well and happy, and yeah, hopefully we can get through this together. That's the only way we're going to get through it. Kobe says, should we try Brandon Williams at right back since he's not left-footed? Might be a good option, mate. As I said, Brandon Williams probably would be the option that Ole goes for. He could go for Fosu Mensah as well. I think he'll play Telles on the left. I think he'll give Luke Shaw a rest. So I think our thought would probably be Telles and Brandon Williams. I think it would be Telles and Brandon Williams. But let me know if you guys got any different ideas. If I had that, yes, he would be getting that. Or maybe just the controller, just to give him a bit of hope. Yeah, so Raymond says, thoughts on David Alaba, will he be coming to Man United? I can't tell you, mate. I'm not in the know like that, really. I can't tell you whether he'll be coming, whether he'll be going. But all I know is that, he's a decent player, and I wouldn't mind him. I wouldn't mind seeing him at Manchester United. We talked about this on Rich's channel yesterday. Make sure you check out the talk that we had on Rich's show, talking about all things Premier League. So make sure you check that out if you haven't already. But yeah, I think David Alaba would be a great addition. Serial winner with Bayern Munich, won titles and won the Champions League last year. To me, it's a bit of a no-brainer, but my biggest target, and I think Manchester United's biggest target, should be Dayot Upamecano. He should be the guy that we go for. I'm not giving up on this. He's the guy we should go for. Buyout clause of around £40 million. Why are we not all over this deal? Why is this deal not already done? That's my question. Maybe it's because the transfer window is not open. But same principle applies. This deal should be done. It should be done. If we can't get this deal over the line, then we are in bigger trouble than we thought at this club. Because that is the biggest kind of flashing lights in your face deal that's out there for us. And I'm telling you, he'll want to come to Manchester United. Yes, obviously you can say he's in the Champions League and we're not. But he'll want to come to Manchester United. Trust me. So I hope we get him. I really, really do. If you aren't already, guys, please leave a like as well if you haven't already. If you are enjoying the content. And also as well, I mentioned this at the start of the stream. I did a video on the Now This Is Everton channel with Rose. Very thankful for being on her show yesterday. Make sure you do check out the chat we had on her channel. Link is in the description down below. And yeah, thank you very much for having me on if she is watching. And make sure you check it out if you haven't already. And also, go and say hi. Leave your predictions in the comment section of that video as well. Great to be on. And potentially we'll get her on this channel at some point. Maybe in the reverse fixture for this game. I don't know when it is. Someone will have to tell me when the reverse fixture for this game is in the league. Maybe on the review. Who knows? But we'll definitely get her on at some point. So yeah, if you want to check it out, make sure you do in the not the comment section, the description. The link's in the top line of the description, so make sure you check it out if you haven't already. So I'm going to go into my kind of score prediction. I'm not going to even bother predicting the lineup, to be honest. We know that Dean Henderson probably will come in for David De Gea. We know there'll be a few changes. Van der Beek and Pogba are obviously coming in, but with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, there is no way you can predict an 11 and even get 8 or 9 right. I mean, I think there was one time I got 10, and that time was an absolute fluke. So with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, it's so difficult to predict. I mean, who would have thought Daniel James was going to be playing in that game? It turned out to be a masterstroke, and it was a perfect game to play Daniel James because there was so much space. But I was not expecting it. So Ole loves doing that. He loves throwing a little card out from his sleeve and kind of shocking us unexpectedly. I don't know how you shock people otherwise, really. It's always unexpected. Kobe says he doesn't want Alaba. His wage would be 450k. Would it? Would we actually have to pay 450k for Kobe? No, for Kobe. For Alaba. That's ridiculous. Really? Wow. Well, in that case, I wouldn't. If we had to pay 450,000 a week for him, that's a lot. I think he would make a good impact to our team, don't get me wrong, but £450,000 a week. Jeez, we're taking out a loan. Naveen says, my predicted lineup is Telles, Maguire, Lindelof, Williams, Van der Beek, Matic, Pogba, Martial, Cavani, and James. James, because it boosts his confidence. James obviously gets his goal against Leeds, so happy for him. And yeah, I think Daniel James playing being picked isn't a bad prediction, Naveen. I think he could go for Daniel James again. I think he might go for Mason Greenwood, especially because he didn't play in the games against. No, he did play against Sheffield, but he didn't play against Leeds. So I think because he was rested in midweek against Leeds, or at the weekend against Leeds, I'm getting my days mixed up, man. Because he got rested on Sunday against Leeds, I don't think. I think he will feature, and that's the only reason why I think Daniel James won't. But we have all that talent on the bench, no doubt about it. You have, even if with all the kind of combinations, you've got Cavani, Rashford, James, Martial, all these guys, Greenwood, ready to come on, and that's what I'm saying about this depth. We can still power a little bit of a second-rate team and get this job done, and that's so good about this depth. That's what's so good about some of the business we did. And I'm not going to lie, the business we did in the summer, at the time, I was fuming with what happened, the panic buying. And, I think Cavani was still a panic buy, no doubt about it. But the impact he's had so far, and I'm stressing so far because obviously you never know what the future's going to hold with Edinson Cavani. But with what the impact he's had so far, he's done well, no doubt about it. He's done very, very well. So my score prediction for the game, guys, and you guys can leave your score predictions in the live chat as well if you're watching. I went with a 2-1 when I was on Rose's channel. I went for a 2-1 win. I'm going to stick with a 2-1 win. I think it's going to be very, very close, but I think we'll have enough to get the job done. Everton, obviously, are in a very good run of form. They've got Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Richarlison who are playing very well. But realistically, against Arsenal, they played a good game. But actually, Arsenal had a lot of chances. And I feel like with our attacking presence, I think we could really exploit that. And even though Everton ran out 2-1 winners, Arsenal did create some chances. And that definitely, sends me a lot of hope. It sends me a lot of hope because if Arsenal can carve out chances with the way that they're playing, I just feel like with the attacking presence and with the quality that we have, if we're clinical, we will get the job done. And it's the same, I say this, I feel like every week in every preview. When we are clinical, we win. There's nothing, I don't think there's any team in the world that can stop us when we play counter-attacking football and we're clinical. There is no team that can stop us. None. I'm going to put my neck on the line. I don't think there's a team in Europe who can stop us playing when we're playing counter-attacking football and they leave space in behind. There is no team. No team. Naveen says draw match and United win on penalties. Everton is back on form. I don't want to go through another penalty shootout. You know our record on penalties. You know our record. All I'm going to say is pink boots. Pink boots. That's all I'm going to say. That'll remind you. Raymond goes with a 2-1. He says 2-1. It sounds about right. Hope United win. I hope so as well because, as I said at the start, I'd love to win this competition. I really, really would love to win it. So a 2-1 win for me. But it's going to be very, very close. I expect it to be a very nervy game. Everton will want to win. And what I also forgot to mention is that they'll have 2,000 fans in the ground. Obviously, being in Tier 2, they're allowed 2,000 fans. So that is going to play a big part. I don't think we played, apart from West Ham, we haven't actually played in a ground against a team with 2,000 fans in it. So that, I think, is going to play a massive, massive role in this whole thing. They'll have a passionate fan base who'll want to push them over the line, and we won't have any of our away fans. So that could potentially be a problem for us. Although it wasn't a problem for us against West Ham. But we did have to bring on Bruno Fernandes as well in that one. So maybe it'll be the same here. Rashid, thanks for joining. He goes with 3-1 United again. I'd say that, obviously, 3-1 United. We beat them in the Premier League this year, and we were impressive in that game. We were impressive. Bruno Fernandes was particularly impressive, scoring 2 and assisting 1 for Edinson Cavani. Should have had a hat-trick, really, Bruno Fernandes. But it was good to see Cavani get his first goal in that one. But I think 3-1 I'd be very, very happy with. But in these knockout competitions, you just want to get over the line. You just want to get over the line, get the 3 points, and get it over with, really. So that's what you want. And I hope we can do that. But I do think because we are going to weaken our side a little bit, it won't be as easy, because I think Everton will be looking to play a pretty full-strength side. So if we weaken our team, naturally, it's going to become more difficult for us. I think it will be a very, very close encounter. Naveen says, thoughts on Everton centre-back Keane, solid defender. Is he a good transfer target? He is from our youth. Obviously, Michael Keane left United. And he's done all right. He's done all right since, to be fair to me. He has done all right. He's done well. So I think, he will probably play against us. And I think, obviously, the fact that he has played for United before will give the players the advantage. They kind of know him. They know what to expect from Michael Keane. But I think also the pace that we have up front will be a huge advantage as well, because we can exploit that. We can definitely exploit that. We can exploit the lack of pace in the Everton backline, because yes, they've got a lot of physicality there, but I don't see much pace. And with the players we've got, it's going to be difficult for them to contend with, especially if they leave space in behind. So we'll see about that. But I'm probably going to end it there, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Really do appreciate it. Make sure you check out the preview I did with Rose on Now This Is Everton. Make sure you check it out on her channel in the link in the description down below. Yeah, thanks for watching. Really do appreciate it. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I'll see you after the game tomorrow.